Welcome to Meanwhile in Turkey, Turkey's only crowd-funded English-speaking news show. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about COVID and what the latest numbers are showing us and what the Turkish government is going to do during Ramadan. We're going to talk to you about the last days of our constitutional court. And also we're going to introduce you to a very up-and-coming young man who seems to confuse cocaine and powdered sugar. Let's go! 2020, March, our numbers were around 8,000 COVID positive cases a day. Today, they're close to 40,000. That's right, 40,000 COVID cases a day. Which basically means we're literally screwed because nobody's there to help us out. You're on your own. So good luck, world. That's the end of the show. I'm just kidding. I've got a couple of things I need to say. But first things first. The government came out with a new set of rules and regulations and restrictions. Basically, they're saying that now Istanbul is on lockdown on the weekends, no matter what. You see, a couple of weeks ago, they said, oh, we're going to open it up just a little bit because we're very proud of our Turkish people, the way you've been covering your mouths, putting on masks and things like that. So we're lowering your degree of restraint. You never do that to Turks. You give them a hand, they'll take your arm off. You never do that. We needed to be shut down completely, 2 weeks, boom. But you didn't listen to me, did you? Nope. You went ahead and did it yourself. See, COVID is literally taking over the whole of the country. Now, the government is trying its best. But you know what? You don't get a good grade for trying your best, unfortunately. We're not in kindergarten anymore. This is real life, and your best is unfortunately not enough. So what have they decided to do? Shut down on the weekends. Fine. No more weekends. We have to stay home. Fantastic. I love to spend time with my family and my kids from Friday to Sunday. Second of all, they've decided that during Ramadan, which is basically next week, they're going to close down all restaurants. Before they were open by 50%, now they're totally only going to be shut down and only delivery service is going to be open. So imagine the restaurants now that they've spent all that money to open, even if it was for 50%, all the money that they spent, all the investments that they did just to open for the 50% after a very long period of being closed down, now they have to close back again. Good luck to every single restaurant, by the way. I really, really feel bad for you. You see, they are allowing a couple of things to open, to stay open at least. Mosques will be open for one to go pray, which is great. Also, closing down the restaurants at 7 p.m. Even though during Ramadan, the Tarawih prayer, which is the Ramadan prayer, will still continue as usual. So, in conclusion, you can go eat during Ramadan. Well, you're not supposed to eat anyway. You're supposed to be fasting. But you can go and pray. See? Works great for everybody. But you see, I'm not really complaining about Ramadan only. I'm actually complaining about the fact that we can't seem to get a system right. It's like a puzzle. We try to put the pieces together and then we realize that we don't have the corners and we don't have the middle, but we're still trying to find a way. There hasn't been one consistent way of fighting against COVID. The most basic things that we actually are supposed to do, which is basically cover your mask, hygiene and social distancing. Yes, that's what we're doing, but unfortunately, not everybody is paying attention to that. Opening up the restaurants, closing the restaurants, opening up the mosques, closing down the mosques. It's like we're constantly trying to figure out a way to fight against COVID. Even though we're receiving the vaccine, it's only for people above 60-year-old that are able to get it. The rest, still nothing. No vaccine for us. Now, I don't know how they're going to do this, but I can guarantee you one thing. During the month of Ramadan, if people are still allowed to go to different houses and have dinner at their in-laws or break fast with their other families, there is no way we're going to be able to see the end of COVID by the end of this year. One more thing. We were very proud 3-4 months ago. We were boasting left and right saying, Turkey, best system against COVID. Of course. we're number like 15th or 16th, you know, in the number of cases. You know what we are today? Number 1, yay, Turkey. We're number 1 in the daily numbers of COVID cases in Europe. So congratulations. Last week, the coalition partner of the AKP, the MHP, which is the far-right nationalistic party, turned around, although they've been saying it for a while, that they should close down the HDP, the pro-Kurdish political party. The MHP has been saying this for every single Kurdish political party since the day any Kurdish political party came to Congress. They've always wanted to close them down. It's okay, I understand why, and I'm sure so do you. However, this time it was for real. They turned around and said the MHP should be closed. And this is right before their own Congress, right? So what did we do? Or actually, what did the presidency do? Boom. They sent an indictment to the Constitutional Court saying that the HDP should be closed. Guess what? The Constitutional Court sent back the indictment and said to the lower courts, listen, if you want to get something done, if you want to get something right, then give me a proper indictment. What is this? It's full of mistakes. Take it back. The MHP didn't like that. No way. I mean, they were furious. And guess what? Now the MHP wants the Constitutional Court to be closed. That's right. They want to shut down the Constitutional Court. Man, you don't mess with the MHP. I mean, the MHP and the AKP, they're like this, like buddy buddies. You don't mess with them. They're like 2 peas in a pod. So now I think they want to close the Constitutional Court, I guess. You know, at the end of the day, it's just going to be us being ruled by the president. And that's it. I guess that's what they want. All right. No problem. And lastly, have you met Kürşat Ayvatoğlu?
Bence bir sene yeter ya.
Ne diyorsun ya?
Allah yeter. Ne ki yeter ya.
Boktan yani.
He got busted. That's right. This is how you get busted. Although this video was taken 3 years ago, still doesn't matter. You know, Kürşat Ayvatoğlu has this amazing story. He basically came out from the city of Kütahya, first trying to help the AKP municipality by making certain deals, such as papers and, you know, stationery. The AKP turned around and said, oh my God, no, he doesn't work for us. Then it came out that he did work for us. Then we found out that then suddenly everybody was like, oh my God, look at the AKP. They're also doing cocaine. They try to make this into this huge political scandal that involves the AKP and how they're drug users and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just one guy doing cocaine in a car, in a plate, and just got fucked over by his friend. And that's it. There's no crisis here. I don't think there's no political crisis here. There would have been one if they had protected him and said, oh my God, this video was created by the Jewish lobby or the imperialistic powers, or you see, they want to kill us. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't cocaine, it was powdered sugar. Oh, sorry. Apparently he did say that to a judge. He said it wasn't cocaine, it was powdered sugar. That's not how you do powdered sugar. I know how you do powdered sugar. That's not how you do powdered sugar. But in any case, you know what he did and you know what the AKP did? First of all, the AKP came out and said, you know what? Arrest him. Nothing we can do. Of course, there's going to be some bad apples. Of course. That's normal. The best thing that the AKP did, though, was actually they didn't do anything. They just they left it alone. Usually when these kind of videos come out, they've got all that little song and dance. He's one of us. It's a plot against me and all that thing. This time they did it. They played it really smart. And you know what the kid Kürşat did? He came out on Nevşin Mengü's show. She does a show for Deutsche Welle. And he just came out straight and said, you know what? I did it. My bad, my mistake. That's it. Show's over. But there's one question that nobody's asked. Where do you get all this money? Anyway, thank you very much for watching me while in Turkey. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and just spread the show around. All right? And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.